Hi, Anthony and Sarah. It's a delicate topic, but I seem to have recurring saddle sore that just won't go. Well, it will go, but then it will come back a couple of weeks later. I'm genuinely about to sell my bike over this. Any advice before I pack in cycling altogether? And that's from Adam.
Don't show it to your girlfriend, or she'll pack in the relationship.
Adam, I have been known to suffer from saddle sores before, and they are extremely painful. I've always had to go and get an antibiotic. They can be absolutely crippling. They'll definitely have you off the bike. And there's a million reasons why you could potentially be getting a saddle sore. For me, it's when I'm not training at all. And then I go and I start doing a 12 or a 15-hour week straight away, and my body just says no, or if I'm a bit run down. So I'm sure you've looked into a lot of these. Ciccone, the little track rider, he's just back from a saddle sore. He had to have an operation. He was out for about 6 weeks. So even the pros who were absolutely looking after themselves really well, he would think have their bike fit completely dialed in, perfect saddle for themselves, it can happen to those people as well.
Well, it could be so many different things contribute to it. And I suppose that leads into how you treat it. I think keeping it dry and clean is really essential. And that's how you can get them if you have the start of it and then you have a really mucky, horrible day where it's, you're on the bike for 6-7 hours and it's wet and dirt is getting into it. That's how a small little saddle sore can actually flare up, and it can be a big one. But a really helpful tip for that is get out of your kit as soon as you come in.
Straight away.
Like as soon as you come in the door, have your recovery drink in the shower if you can, or while you're transitioning to the shower. Like get out of that kit. You don't want to be sitting around in those shorts. Chamois cream as well. I know not everyone uses chamois cream. I actually don't use it that often, but it does prevent that friction, which will stop you occasionally getting saddle sores. And bad shorts. I almost think they're a trade-off. If you have really good shorts, I don't find you need to use chamois cream that much. The worse the shorts are, the more I feel it needs to use chamois cream. But I think both of those, and you touched on bike fit and your saddle as well, they're both very good suggestions.
And what I also will say is hygiene. And I've spoken about it on the podcast before. I have actually, and I will link the episode in the show notes, I've done a complete podcast on saddle sores and how to treat them and how to avoid them. That's probably going back 6 months, but I will put that in. But I did a poll on Twitter about a year ago about, how often do you wash your cycling kit? And I have to say I was shocked, horrified and completely revolted at the amount of people who don't wash their chamois shorts after every use.
Yeah, I can't believe people reuse.
It's shocking,
I would not go training rather than wear dirty chamois.
Same. I just can't believe it. I mean, I can and I can't. I'm in the gym sometimes, I can smell guys, it's usually men, that haven't washed their kit, their gym stuff probably since they used it the last time. It is usually guys.
The bottom of my gym bag doesn't smell great now.
Oh, Jesus Christ, gross. But go and check out that full podcast. And I did have a little look online about this as well. And somebody suggested buying, in the meantime, until you get this figured out, is buying a recumbent bike, which is an option that will definitely take the pressure off.
Please don't do that.
If these keep coming, please go and seek some medical advice from your doctor.
I used to get them quite bad when I was in the States and Canada for quite a while, and I found a cream called Bactroban. I think it's prescription, but it's like a antibacterial cream, and that worked really well for me. The last one, you could apply a warm compress onto it, and that's going to help get circulation and stuff back to the area as well.
Adam's in good company. I mean, we do know that Sean Kelly was on the way to, I think, winning his second Vuelta in a row in 87, I'm going to guess. I don't have this written on my notes. I should. And he had to pull out because he had he called it a boil, which...
That sounds worse than a saddle sore.
The visual of a boil.
That's what you get down the country. The tougher lads get boils,
that's what the lads down in Carrick get. They don't get saddle sores. Nothing as delicate as that. They get a boil. Okay.
A boil gives you a visual of it as well, doesn't it? It's like if you pop the boil with a needle, it just,
If you enjoyed this video and you want to keep binge watching the content, check this video. It's a cracker. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way I can catch you in the next one. See you then.